Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Afifah binti Azman and my metric number is B0818102005. Today, my group and I will present about smart grid, the role of communication. Firstly, I will introduce my members of group. Nur Hamizah binti Baudin B0818103336. Muhammad Iqmal Hafiz bin Abidin B0818100425. Limin Hong B0818100427. First of all, I will introduce the introduction. The smart grid can be defined as an electric system that uses information, two-way cyber-secure communication technologies, and computational intelligence in an integrated fashion across the entire spectrum of the energy system, from the generation to the endpoints of consumption. The availability of new technologies such as distributed sensors, two-way secure communications, advanced software for data management, and intelligent and autonomous controllers have opened up new opportunities for changing the energy system. The main objective is to develop a measurement science toward communication networking with the specific aim of strengthening modeling capabilities and determining the potential impact on critical infrastructure. This is the overall layered architecture of smart grid. From the power generation will be step up for power transmission grid, then will be stepped down to power distribution grid, and the power will be provided to the consumer. Okay, there will be three types of wire backhaul network: wide area network 1, neighbor area network none, home area network 100. For the role of communication, there will be in-home display to meter, conservation voltage reduction, SCADA, Army Advanced Metering Infrastructure, DC signals from utility centers to meters, connect or disconnect signal to meters, switches communicate with one another and central office, voltage regulators communicate with one another and central office.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Iqmal Hafiz bin Abidin. My metric number is B0818100425, and I will continue about NAN. And my group will explain about smart grid, the role of communication, and I will explain about NAN, which is near me area network. So first of all, what is NAN? So basically, NAN is a near me area network. It's a communication network that focuses on wireless communication among devices in close proximity. Unlike local area network, which is LANs, where the devices are in the same network segment and share the same broadcast domain, the device in a NAN can belong to different proprietary network infrastructure, for example, different mobile carriers. If two devices are geographically close, the communication path between them might in fact traverse a long distance, going from a LAN through the internet and to another LAN. Next, for example, consider two smartphone users who can geometrically close together but use network services from different mobile service providers. With the advancements of technology along with the addition of mobile internet and global positioning system, which is GPS, communication, the near me area network NAN can play its role. It's focused on two-way communication between users. First, we will go look for closed NAN network. So, closed NAN network is formed between mobile devices using the same service provider network. The network works without the need for a global positioning system GPS, but service providers will use location databases for this purpose, where they can provide location by monitoring signal from cell tower and cell phones. Next, global NAN network. Global NAN network is made up of device with a GPS system and an internet connection. The position is tracked by the global positioning system (GPS) and update in in central server on the internet. What is the challenge of NaN application? So in NaN, we must define exactly one place and one location in that location. Number two is the availability. The availability of NaN enable mobile devices needs to be feature expand. Advantages, and next we will go to advantages and disadvantages of NaN. So the key advantages of NaN include the ability to quickly, easily communicate between neighborhood by providing two-way communication. Number two, the main downsides of NaN include the availability of the NaN and the obligations deployment of the global positioning system GPS may not work perfectly. So as you can see, this is a graphically explanation about NaN. The internet will be go to the carrier X, carrier Y, carrier Z, and the NaN will be connected to each carrier, and there is a server for NaN application. So that's all for me. We will continue next session with my friends. Thank you.
My name is Nur Hamiza. So I would like to present your home area network, known as HAN. It usually for smart grid role of communication. Okay, HAN portal. HAN portal is a device as portal. It is type of computer network that facilitates communication among devices inside our home to provide monitoring and control over energy. They deploy as you go, like a sensor, thermostat as gateway, device and meter don't need to be close together. Meter that connect from 9, meter has two radio. As we can see in the figure, okay, this is for home area network, and this is for neighborhood area network, and this is for wide area network. So the difference between them we can see from the figure. For high network, just inside the house for home appliance such as washing machine, refrigerator, fan, oven, and etc. Communication technologies that use for hand is has two. For wireless, they use Zigbee, Wi-Fi, 3G cellular, 4G LTE. For wired, they use power line communications, fiber optical com, Ethernet. Okay, challenges for hand, it will give you impact because of crowded bands, radio interference, corona discharge, lower bandwidth than wired communication technologies, low penetration through concrete construction such as building, and it has limited range. What is corona discharge? Corona discharge, it occurs when threshold voltage is reached. Requires a high field strength and its current range around milliampere, just a little, very little for value of ampere. And the figure shown corona discharge which has positive and negative ion. This is corona region and this is charged material. It occurs when ionization of fluid such as air surrounding around us. Okay, Zigbee. Zigbee is a short range, low data rate, energy efficient wireless protocol. It is need of smart metering and AMI, provide communication among utilities and household devices, as I mentioned before. Okay, it utilizes 16 channels in the 2.4 GHz ISM band worldwide, 13 channels in the 9.5 MHz band in North America, 1 channel in the 868 MHz band in Europe, and it supports data rates of 250 kbps, 100 kbps, 40 kbps, and 20 kbps. Zigbee also has an advantage and disadvantage. Okay, it is very suitable for our house because it is low cost, convenience, low energy consumption, and it is used in the worldwide and it has standard. Okay, for disadvantage, it is short range, low penetrate, low data rate, less flexibility, and competing technologies. Uh, for nowadays, competing technologies is common around us because we have Wi-Fi and data 4G. So that's all.
Application of network. An application network is a simple and is a way to connect application, data, and device through APIs that expose some or all of these assets and data on the network. Grid and application. The smart grid can be defined as a smart electrical network that combines electrical network and smart digital communication technology. A smart grid has capable of providing electrical power from multiple and widely distributed sources. There is the generation, transmission, and distribution, advanced meter, energy efficient, and demand response. There is the generation, transmission, and distribution. There's recloser, capacitor bank post, SCADA, volt or var control, energy storage, output management, distributed generation control, and RTU. For the advanced meter, there has retail electric, C&I electric, and gas meter. For the energy efficient and demand response, there have thermostat, in-home display, load controller, consumer product, and PHEVs. For the consideration, we have 5 parts. The first is security. Secure information storage and transportation for billing purpose and grid control. Avoidance of cyber attack. The second is data delivery critical. Provide different level of data delivery critical depending on the need of the application. Criticality level based on the data loss. And the third is scalability, which the integration of advanced service, reliable advanced web service, reliable protocol with advanced functionalities. Facilitate operation of power grid. The next is power latency. Support various latency requirement message communication between various points with the smart grid. The last is reliability. Reliability for successful and timely exchange of message. Reliability affected by timeout, network, resource features.
At the end of this presentation, we conclude that the worldwide smart grid initiative involves a complete transformation of the networking infrastructure used to manage the power grid with billions of connected devices to achieve